Tuesday, got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday.
Dude, appreciate it. I'm from the South too. Look, jumping back into it with another one. It's your boy, the Two-Tone Bandit, coming in to represent Tennessee. You already know. Tighten up. Let's do what it do, and let's get through to it. Got another guest joining in with me, my man. Bam, 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 bam. Hey,
What's good, bro? What's
bam,
good?
bam,
What's good,
bam.
man?
Hey, him the drum roll, man. If you don't know, man, professional drummer, man. Shout out, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, for those who don't know, you can let them know who you is, what you about, what you do, and we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna let y'all know what we're gonna talk about, man. We're gonna talk about something very optimistic. Call me a dreamer, what have you, but it can happen, and I'm gonna show you how. But talk to him, Bam, man. Tell him about you, man, and we're gonna jump into everything.
What's good, everybody? Man, my name's Bam Rich, Nashville native. Been a Titans fan ever since the Music City Miracle. That was my first game.
Yeah,
Ain't missed too many since then. I'm a producer. I'm a drummer. You know what I'm saying? Try to bring joy to the world through music, and a lot of joy to Titans fans through being the people's fan. You know,
that's
I try to make it happen, bro. Yeah. I definitely try to make it happen all day for the fam. Uh, man,
yeah.
like I said, bro, I'm happy to be here, bro. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for thinking enough of little old me to be on your show, be on your platform. You know what I'm saying? Let's to talk about our team that we bleed
Good.
blue for.
Hey, little old you, y'all the big homie. I'm trying to get
Man,
in
chill
with
out,
it.
man.
For real, y'all the big homie. Like y'all, like people don't understand. And just to be very transparent, like I'm I'm just as human as everyone else. I got my regular life,
Yeah,
regular things I
absolutely.
do, but
Absolutely.
my Titans Twitter has always been the closest thing because I'm not real big on social. For me, social media is more like, look, if I ain't getting money on there, I don't. I got to build a business on there. I'm not. You know,
Right.
if that's what you do, fine. But for me, it's like I'm either scrolling to learn, or maybe I might. But I'm like, if I ain't, I'm not. It's not too much to me. So nothing against it. But the Titans mean something to me,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so when I engaged in Titans Twitter, like I got the most followers out of any of the accounts. I got the most engagements out of any accounts. We was
Yeah.
getting in spaces. People was telling me like, "Hey, yo, bro, yeah, you come out here." I'm like, "Yo," I said, "I gotta get say, yo, you can stay with me." You know, like, love, like, love is all
Yeah.
real. I done met so many people when they come from Stephanie to SK to
Yeah.
even like Bam and Mike and Zoe and Bryce and Haley and like everybody. Like we can go on and on. Even like I don't even know if y'all remember like the old school Bryce, like the guy with the curly hair used to have a lot of wild takes. Like he
Mm-hmm.
chilled out, he got off Twitter. So like I remember so many things from back in the day,
Yeah.
like boom, like I'm shooting shouting out everybody, like Sal from Jersey, like everybody, like look, we all doing our thing. Tyler Rowland, two talk, everybody, like look, it's so many of us, and I just wanted to be able to just come and just trying to create a platform and just use what I have to bring us together.
And
And
bro, that's the
so,
name of the game, bro. Like I done met so many dope people, man, just from like either traveling the games. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you one thing you gotta do. You gotta go to an away game. Like you gotta go to an away game, bro. And the energy that you meet Titans fans from all over the world. You be like, man, people talk about the Titans like they ain't got Titans got fans all over the world, bro.
I'm telling you, I didn't
And
know that.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy because it's like, yo, yeah, these people legit. They get it for real. They really they rock with the Titans for real, for real. So it's like, okay, cool. I in my traveling, I done met so many different people going to different away games. Like, I'm gonna tell you what else is dope about going. Like when you go to an away game and they have the hang the Saturday night before, man, you meet so many people that are just dope and they know you because we all on Titans Twitter. Like we all connected. You know what I'm
We
saying?
are, we
Like
are.
Twitter is like a whole different world. I be trying to tell people like, man, look, Titans Twitter, like you literally live there, especially Bro, this has been the craziest offseason that I could think about that we've had in a long time, bro. The craziest. Like normally the offseason be kind of be like, I miss football. Like, it's gonna be a long couple months. This offseason has literally been every day. It's been a whole lot of like topsy turvy type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been
Bro, you refresh it.
yeah, bro. That's all you can do, bro. Cause it's like from the hardball stuff to even the most current to Sean McDermott getting fired. It's like because everything impacts everything.
Exactly. Because
Everything impacts everything, and it's like it's so many different directions that we can go with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things, man, to where it's like, all right, cool, let's move around with certain things and let's make some things happen. So man, for me, this last week has been it's been pretty intense for all of us. Like you said, we've been scrolling. I know Monday night my nerves were so shot. I was so anti Nagy, bro. So anti Nagy.
seen that? Did you? I don't know. Did you see that post I put up?
Yeah.
With yeah. A lot of people jumped on that one. I was like, because
Yeah,
who was it?
I shared it. I was so anti Nagy, bro. Like I couldn't do that, dude, bro.
Idea, and I said, okay, I got it. And then I shared it under his post, and then I just started sharing it. And yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go. And I really think we made that happen. I really do.
Bro, and shout out to the fans, shout out to Twitter world because
Right?
we put Amy in a spot where it's like, yo, if you
Look,
hire this dude, we finna show you how
listen,
we feel about this. Cause we like, why would you risk setting us back even further? You know what I'm saying? Now the only way and it's still been crickets. It's still been crickets on McDermott since he got fired. I'm like, if y'all let Saleh leave this building, y'all better land McDermott. And here's the thing. If you fail at McDermott and you gotta settle with Nagy because ain't nobody pushing with him, we could learn to live with it because you pushed you
yeah,
going for
yeah,
the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Like you going for the big fish. But I was like, man, it's a crapshoot. But if we gonna play the game, let's play the game. But I was happy that they went ahead and just said, you know what? No, we gonna go ahead. We ain't even finna play with y'all like this. Cause we was going,
yeah.
bro. I'm telling you, it was finna be that, bro. It was finna be a problem.
I feel the same way, And I was watching Tyler Rowland the other day, and he made a point on that, and I think, and it makes sense. I don't, again, not saying that this is what happened, but it made a point. He was like, well, maybe they just checked and said, hey, are you even interested? And he was like, nah, I'm good. And it was like, yeah, okay, all right, because it's like if you're
Solid.
not even interested, well,
I mean,
okay,
not
assume
solid,
that.
but you talking about McDermott?
I'm gonna paint it for you. So what I believe Tyler was saying was that Borgonzi was in a position to hold off the Salah hire to maybe pursue getting McDermott. And he said practically he might have approached it like, look, I'm not going to just dump you and go run from him because he's a hot name. So pretty much he was saying in the most simplest version, this is just, Borgonzi like, let me just call this agent. Hey man, are you even interested in our position? And he like, nah. Because what I mean? You could just be like,
You know,
and he
that makes sense, but let me tell you why that would not
basically
necessarily be. I ain't gonna say that's not because you very well much so could be valid.
could
I
be
think the thing is, it's the timing of everything of how it happened. That wasn't expecting, bro. That wasn't expected. Sean wasn't even expecting that. So this is where
exactly.
we got to kind of have the human element of saying, all right, this just happened. Sean's like, let me process this, but the rest of the teams are like, oh, this could be a gold mine. But you ain't got that kind of time now because it's
Exactly.
like, I mean, you in your second interviews, the Senior Bowl next week, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they had to move with, but here's the thing with Sean McDermott. I think it would have been if they would have hired him, it would have had to be quick. It would have had to be, hey,
Mm-hmm.
ABC 1 2 3 do re mi real quick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean, and even on some of the jobs that are still available, you know, it's just one of them things to where it just happened. Had this happened a week ago, maybe
yeah,
two, you
maybe.
know, if him and Harbaugh was are available around the same time, you know, it would have been a different song. And 10 times out of, I'd say 9 times out of 10, they probably would have landed McDermott if Sean was, you know, off that. But
Or he
I
might have went
mean,
to Atlanta. Maybe we would have landed Stefanski. Who knows? Yeah,
nah, I still wouldn't want a Stefanski. I still wouldn't want a Stefanski. I think the
well,
fan base would have imploded off him too. I think, but again, I may be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But I got a
you
cousin
know,
in Atlanta, and he said they out there having a fit about it, bro.
yeah, I
They
seen that.
having a fit about it.
A lot of people have talked about it. I said, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah. So you know, it's just kind of one of them things to where like we as a team, we as a fan base really spoke against
yeah,
like, yo, man, like we just got out of this with Callahan, and ain't everybody ain't saying that Salah's finna be, you know, our Lord and Savior. We hope he is, but he
yeah,
gives us a better chance at being a feared team again.
yes,
Wasn't nothing
absolutely.
about Nagy. Wasn't nothing about Nagy saying, you know, he looked like, you know, somebody you see, he looked like a villain off of Scooby Doo that you would see. You know what I'm saying? Like they take the little mask off the dude off Scooby Doo. That's Matt Nagy.
He looked like a derobed wizard.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah, I mean, it's no fear. Like you're right. It's just
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Salah,
keep
I'm
that up.
telling you, this Salah and Cohen rivalry, this finna be real. But us in Jacksonville, that's finna be real, bro.
I episode on that. I literally got a whole like report that I did. I did a lot of deep dive, and I'm just gonna. All I'm doing it. I did it so that I can walk people through the whole history who don't know, because I
Hmm.
didn't know. So I'm just gonna have it so it's on record, so you can just understand where it started and how we got here. And
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
know what we were just talking about prior to you getting on here was actually they was talking about um Bobby Slowick as the offensive coordinator, which would then put ammo on the Texans. So we got our head coach who got beef with the head coach of the Jaguars,
Hmm.
and then the offensive coordinator who
Who
would be
got beef with
vindictive
Houston? Yeah,
against.
yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, I'm not against that, you know, because we were talking about a couple of people like Dayball and Cliff Kings. I think the top everybody's top three was Dayball, Cliff Kingsbury, and Bobby Slowick. Who would your top three? Saying as McDaniels is now off the table, who would your top three
Those
contenders be
three.
for?
The or Kubiak. If not slow at Kubiak, you know what I'm saying? But that definitely
Okay.
those three. I you know, you don't know how long this process is gonna be with the Bills. I'd almost try to go ahead and land Kingsbury. If you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
it's a crapshoot. Right now it's time. Everything is time right now. Like you know, we kind of running late in the game. You know what I'm saying? To where everything and everybody got a you know, Dayball would be now. Here's the grace with that. If he don't get it, we know he's coming here.
Yes.
So I yeah, how fast is Buffalo gonna move? You know what I'm saying? They're under the gun too. You know what I'm saying? So
I heard that
um
at the press conference today. It didn't look
they
good. It
did.
might.
Yeah, they did. They did. They was talking about that today. So it's kind of like, okay, I mean, rightfully so. If somebody's got a position that's in, he's saying basically, and that's understandable for anybody. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a head coaching position? You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
but if you're not going to give that gentleman the head coaching position, yo, I definitely want to come over here with my guy and do whatever. But I think I would owe it to myself and my family to try and get this head coaching position. You know what I'm saying? That's not disrespect. It's just a business move. That's literally just a business move. You guys are my choice if I'm not going to be chosen as a head coach, but I think I would owe it to myself to at least see if I can get the head coaching position. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. That's true. So yeah, I'm excited to see how all that comes together. I can't wait until we get that announcement. So my index finger will be numb until we get that.
Yeah, I
Patient,
say within the next
but
48 hours, bro. I think that's gonna happen within the next 48.
I believe so.
Yeah, because
So
like I said,
speaking of,
Buffalo ain't got a whole lot of time either.
I want us to look at some of the potential roster pieces from an op- optimistic point of view, but I want to do it in the realm of nostalgia. So let me do it in this context. What I would like to do is I would like to talk about the possibility. Now, when I talk about probability, and you're gonna let me do my thing because I want to.
Do you think,
We're
bro?
gonna talk about yeah, no, I'm talking to people. I be talking shit. But no, listen, we talking about the real possibility of being able to bring back AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, and Kevin Byard. Can we do it? All right, let me tell you something. First of all, first question you're going to ask me is, can we afford it? Yes, the Tennessee Titans is sitting on a massive 2026 cap flexibility. According to Over the Cap, we're sitting at roughly about 93.5 million. Okay, so the question isn't can we pay them; it's can we actually acquire them, and does it help the Bills? I believe in every aspect of us being able to acquire all of those. Yeah, I do think yes, having a veteran Kevin Byard on the back end to help out our what is now definitely struggling secondary because I mean, who do we have? The average person could name you a starter in the Titan secondary. Couldn't do it. And so yeah, we have no one. So yeah, I mean Kevin Byard has more and AJ Brown definitely we already I mean, putting the tandem of Henry in here, I mean Byard and Spears, um yeah, I mean, if you want to do a rotational backfield, why not? And I mean, this would be a PR dream. I mean, you're talking about cash cow. I mean, you bringing those. I mean, every jersey just come right off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Right back into fandom, and those. Do we talking about fan favorites? And let's
Yeah.
not even. And then I have to, and I don't even have this in my report here, but to even include what Brian mentioned earlier is even bringing back Mariota as a backup. I mean, we really we talking about nostalgic. I mean, yeah, he's comfortable playing number two, and he's not a bad one. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
So
right, right,
look
right.
at because I told them this same thing, and I'll tell it to you too. Um, if you look at the playoffs and just show the significance of backups, if at the beginning of the playoffs in the wild card round, if you had to strip every team of their QB1 and they had to complete the playoffs with their QB2, the Rams would still be the Super Bowl favorite. Outside of Mac Jones, honestly, I don't see a better QB2 than Jimmy G in the playoffs. Backups matter. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's why
I
Vrabel
mean,
finna go to the Super Bowl. Cause yeah,
I love Cam Moore. I want him to be there. I do, but let's be realistic. Backups matter. You know. So what? So we really want to have Cam Moore as our number one for him to have an issue, or you just don't want him to get hurt the rest of the game or what have you, just to throw in a Brandon Allen. I mean, nothing against the guy, but I mean, this is a competitive league. Let's stay competitive on all levels.
yeah,
So
man.
yes,
I think what people gonna realize about that is, I think what's gonna happen with the backup quarterback situation, we still
yeah.
gonna end up being stuck with Levis.
And honestly, okay, here go a point that I wanted to make, and I actually made it, and I'm gonna bring it to you too.
So big dog.
So when I ran by Adam earlier, I asked him. So let me ask you this: do you think it's fair to contribute our poor coaching to our poor offensive put out and poor QB play the last 2 or 3 years?
Nah, Will Levis is just Will Levis. That ain't got nothing to do with Brian Callahan. That's Will Levis.
Well, what I'm saying is, in general, do you think that just in general as a team that if you know if you have a coach who isn't offensively inept or can't develop or but I mean you have to assume that your coach's offensive capability could hinder your team if he's not able to produce that, right?
Yeah, but I just don't see. I'm specifically saying I
Right.
don't care who it is. I just don't feel like Will Levis is.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's go with that then. So, do you think when Will Levis got drafted, that there would have been a difference in our final record if we had Chip Kelly or Sean McVay as our coach?
Yeah, because you really talking about like those are real offensive guys. Think about
But no,
like
I'm
you
saying
said,
the
Sean
one.
McVay.
Yeah, so I'm saying Sean McVay versus Chip Kelly. You would have known that Chip Kelly is not a good head coach. He probably, even if an offensive guy, he doesn't put out a good offensive result. So probably would have gave a lackluster performance, and we probably would have ended up in the 3-14 season. But with a Sean McVay at the helm, even with Will Levis being his quarterback, and so I'm just saying, like, I just think that when you have a guy who's able to develop, it could impact the development of your players.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
I don't know if he disappeared again.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling. How you doing, brother?
Oh, man. Hanging in there.
Yes, sir.
Same thing. Doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Tired.
Man, I gotta get ready. I got a show here in a little bit.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to come out and see you one of these days.
Man, come on, bro. Would love to have you, brother.
Yeah.
Love to have you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It'd be fun.
There you go, homie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. No, I was saying. So, do you not think that Brian Callahan had anything to do with our offensive output over the time that he's been there?
Yeah, he just proved he didn't know what he was doing. And honestly, it didn't help what Jeff just put out.
Exactly, he did.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yeah. It didn't help at all. So
okay, and so let me add to that. And so, if that's the case, then we could assume that I'm not saying that Will Levis is maybe the guy or even a starter, but if he was so bad as a head coach, we would have to assume that someone like, let's just say for that context, keeping it equal, if we did instead of hire Brian Callahan for whatever reason, we were able to hire Sean McVay or whatever. Okay, do we think we'd have still got the same output of Will Levis and Cam Moore? I mean,
I don't know, bro.
I'm not saying we would have had to been the top team on our division, but 3-14. And I'm just saying, I think that the development, like you said, he didn't know what he was doing. That had to affect all players on the team, especially a quarterback. And so the point I was making to Adam earlier is like whoever we land at OC they're going to prove my point. Because if you bring in someone who's competent enough to be able to develop these players, then we're going to see that output, not necessarily on the field, but in general, because can we at least get an OC in there who can develop Will Levis to the point where he's shoppable? Can we Malik Willis him this year? Instead of just letting him fall off and be nothing, can we get somebody in here who can at least give us more value? Can we turn a fifth round to a fourth round or fourth to a third round?
There's only one thing to me that stops that.
Maybe?
I saw a lot of when Levis was the quarterback. It's up here. It's not necessarily his talent. I think he's limited in his mental capacity. The speed of the NFL maybe is too much for him. I don't know. I think that played a lot into it. Now that I've replayed it in my mind, like the Will Levis experiment, you could say. I think all his is mental. Ever since he said he had to rewire
it's not his
brain,
throwing ability. The boy got a cannon. The boy got an arm, man. Like you cannot take away his arm. It's the rest of everything else. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say,
and that's what I'm saying about the OC, because I'm like, that'll solidify what we're saying. Because I don't not disagree with you, but I'm like, he never had that.
Yeah.
So we get somebody in here that's actually of caliber, and they work with him, and he's still better than, okay. Yeah. But if we actually get somebody, let's say we did get Mike McDaniel, okay? I believe he would have got the best out of whatever was in them boys. They would either had it or they didn't. So you would either been right, like, they just, okay. Or, okay, they are better. We just have bad development people, and we can at least get more value from them, whether that be a solidified backup or shopping them for more picks and more value to improve the team. And so that's how I'm just looking at it. So, and like I said, not saying that I'm standing on that point, but I do think by us trying to build this team intently and be better, that we'll make a solid choice at OC, and then they would have the opportunity to do what we're talking about. They'll be able to work with them, and I mean, he's had his surgery, he has time, and I'm pretty sure he has a point he wants to prove. And I'm pretty sure he don't want to go out like that. You know, the guy who was the quarterback, who was the backup that became the starter, that's now the backup, who who had a terrible season, who lost his arm, and that's it. I don't know. He just want to be Mr. Mayonnaise for the rest of his life. He want to do something. So I'm sure he's going to come with his own heat. We have that intensity from our head coach already. We know what starts at the helm. We know what type of energy that Robert Saleh is bringing if we don't know anything else.
Right.
We understand that. So with that type of mentality new into the building, being introduced into these players, and like I said, I'm pretty sure that they're going to pick a proper OC to bring in this new culture and be able to develop. I'm just curious to see the effect that might have on these players in the offseason, including Will Levis. Who knows? He might be a bum, and if that's the case, oh well, it is what it is. They'll see through it quicker than we will. But I do think, like you said, from some of those slight characteristics, like you said, the arm, the intensity, the certain things that maybe someone just couldn't develop because they wanted to do it their way. They didn't know how to develop a quarterback. They never called plays before. How do you hire someone who never called plays before just to hire someone else as an OC who won't call plays? Who survives in that system? That's not fair. That's not fair to them boys. So I'm just trying to give them a fair shot. Give them a regular OC, somebody that knows what they're doing, that's going to call plays, that actually has a proven track record, or at least we know can develop quarterbacks. And then this is your last hurrah. Either you are or you're not. So this is the season to tell. But it would be beneficial from us as a team to be able to get value from him instead of it just being a wasted pick. So hopefully we can develop it into that. But nonetheless, we're just gonna have to see. I'm just excited to see who we get, man. I'm tired of waiting. I'm glad we got the head coach now, though, because we're not. A lot of teams want to get him early, so they can start to build their resume, getting that coming a few months later and late, in the training camp or whatever. So I'm glad we got our head coach now, early in January. There's enough time for him to get acclimated, get in the building, get with the team. Ahead of the new league season, this is perfect. We still got football playing. We got a conference championship and Super Bowl left, and we already got our head coach. So this is great. I just really hope Robert Saleh is ready to take advantage of this opportunity, and he learned from his stint in New York and understands the importance of, because he had a great defense there. And I hope that he just – I was just thinking human nature. If I get this opportunity again as a human and I know I'm good at this, I'm not even worried about that. My thing is what messed me up outside of me not calling plays last time, which I'm definitely doing this time, my offense sucked. And I got a good quarterback right now. I'm going to make sure my offense straight this time, by like over my dead body type mentality. And I hope he has that, because that's what I would have. Because you don't have a lot of these opportunities. And if he really cherishes this, if he really wants to be a head coach and wants to build up a program his way, then he would do everything to make sure that this offense is clicking just as good as his defense. And hopefully that's just going to turn out for us to be the happiest motherfucking fans this fall that we'd have been in a long time. Because I'm still stuck in the divisional round, but we definitely need it, man. We need it. We do, man. We do. But, okay, so the topic at hand. This is what we do. We be chopping it up. Look, bringing it back, starting with AJ. How do y'all feel? If that was, matter of fact, yes, tell me about AJ and how you feel about bringing him back. But first, out of the three, and we're going to talk about all of them, but just for context, just for conversation, if you had to pick one, if you knew for sure we can bring back one of those three, AJ, Derek, or Kevin, who would you bring back and why? And then you can proceed to go ahead and give me your spiel on how you feel about bringing back AJ, and we'll dive into the rest of it.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, we got to look at it as what's the most important thing for Cam at this point? I don't honestly know. A better run game to open up the passing game, or to have a true number one pass catcher. I'm 50-50 on that. I'd love to have Derek back, but I almost think that it's more important to have a number one receiver. I bring the AJ back before I brought Derek back.
Here's the thing. You're not going to bring any reality is, hold on one second, man. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, I'll finish send you.
Yeah, my bad. So I think that they're because of they're all aging like that. That's why we not gonna see it. But if I brought back one because he's still elite, I'd bring Derek back. Derek, because Derek open, he's still he haven't he hasn't lost a step. He's still putting up crazy numbers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with the offensive line being better, I think he'll still be able to be Derek, and that's gonna put more butts in the seats. You know what I'm saying? But I totally agree with you about AJ too. I totally agree with you about AJ, like completely.
Like I said, it's
It's a tough call for me.
all talk. Like I said, I understand it's an optimistic viewpoint, but what I'm breaking down is because I actually can show you the possibility. So it's not a dream. They can't like we can afford them and still have chunk change left. That's what I'm trying to emphasize. The biggest hit coming from AJ, but look at what we literally paid Pollard, what Derek took for Baltimore.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Byard isn't out here balling on a heavy end deal either. So, like you said, because of their age, we don't have to give them top end money. This isn't like a blockbuster deal. This is just signing them to the roster. I'm pretty sure we can figure out a way to work it out with those two because their market value is exactly where it's at. And I mean, yeah, I mean for them, it just puts them in a great position. I mean, for them to be able to come back, I mean, if they could, I mean, it would just open up so many doors. I mean, it's not a new, you just really falling right back into place with open arms. But the AJ thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. So like I said, we can afford it because we're looking at about 93 and a half according to over the cap. Now I'm going to break down the AJ portion. Is AJ acquirable? Technically, yeah, but likely hard, like you said. So when you look at the contract and availability reality, the Eagles can trade him, but it's financially painful for them. If traded before June 1st, Philly would take about a $43.5 million dead cap in 2026. If they keep him, he's about 23.5 roughly on their 2026 cap. So over the cap also notes that key guarantee triggers are tied to roster dates, making this a timing matter. Should we do it? Like, yes, but only at the right price. A true number one receiver changes the math for your whole offense, protects your QB, and raises your weekly floor. The risk is overpaying in picks plus money. The trade offer I'd make realistically is offer A could be some realistic, like if you're talking about a serious package, they would have to give up their 2026 first round pick, their 2027 third round pick, a young contributor, not a premier position, or a 2027 conditional second that upgrades based on a Pro Bowl, all Pro, or playoff milestones. This structure could work because it respects AJ's elite value, but the conditional component protects us if age and injuries hit. The optimistic angle would be even if Philly was considering it, but it's usually because they're retooling cap and allocating resources, and because the dead cap hit is bigger than their barrier. The leverage point is we move fast and clean and give premium assets so they can justify the pain. But I mean, nonetheless, like I said, it's a bigger hit for them. Could later. That's the biggest one that I would be looking at. That I would really be thinking that was the furthest from the possibility, but it's not that we couldn't do it. And then if you look at Derrick Henry, which is most likely not via trade unless it's a discount, but looking at his contract and availability reality, it's because right now he on a deal. I'm sorry, that he signed in 2025 that has $30 million value, $15 million a year, average per year, $25 million fully guaranteed. His contract has a notable option due mid-March 2026 and future cap mechanics. That structure usually means that his current team isn't eager to eat the accounting hit unless they're pivoting hard. Should we do it? Only if it's cheap and a short window. Henry at this stage is a role-defining hammer, but you don't want your roster built dependent on a 32-year-old running back. The trade offer that would be realistic to make would be to offer a 2026 fifth round and a conditional 2027 fourth round if he hits rushing yardage touchdown thresholds or we make the playoff. We'd be willing to take on the option roster mechanics to make it easier on the other team, depending on the trade date. If the other team asks for a third, then that might be a little bit too much. That's just paying for memory, like leading into the optimistic side of it, which really will show you that the real value is identity. Henry returning gives the locker room and fan base Titans that, like, kind of like that will feel like we're back. Have a pulse beyond the pulse, and your offense needs a tone setter while that young QB can grow. Henry is still one of the best culture fits imaginable, and that's another reason. And then our last guy, Kevin Byard, I mean, he would be the easiest to bring back and not likely on the trade either, but looking at his contract and availability. Reality, Byard right now is on a 2-year, $15 million deal with the 2005 cap charge listed at around about $8.5 million. And according to Over the Cap, explicitly notes that he signed with the Bears, that we know at the moment. But that means that the cleanest path is usually waiting and signing him, not paying for picks. So that's also public speculation that he could command an extension in the neighborhood of 2 years, $24 million. It would be something that we should do if we treat it like a leadership coverage type of signing, like I was saying. Like, I think that would be good for our depth pieces in the back. Not a long-term cornerstone, but think more so like a stabilizer, a mentor, a communicator. Probably just try to get him in free agency over trading, targeting maybe 1 to 2 years max. Probably some incentives that can be an easy out after year one. If we had to trade, maybe offering a 2026 sixth round that could become a fifth round on the snap percentage playoff triggers. And the optimistic side of this one will be more so looking at Byard as the perfect teach the standard safety. Film junkie, alignment cleaner, situational awareness. Because our secondary is young and he speeds up everybody's processing. If you had to do all three and really look at them, probably make AJ your priority, snatch up Byard, and if Henry can be done in a good trade on a short term, then yeah. But honestly, we can afford all three. That's what I'm saying. And the Titans have huge cap space, but AJ is the only one worth paying premium assets for. Byard is the cleanup culture, the competence, and adds Henry is just the right price, right time type of move. So, I mean, that's how I see it happening. That's how it could happen. Is it likely to happen? Probably not. Probably don't get one of them guys. But, hey, a boy can dream. I like to make it think, make it think. That's what we here for.
I'd be on board with all three if we could get them, honestly.
All three. And we can throw Mario for free.
Yeah, I know. Put number 8 back in there, too.
Yeah,
I mean, man, it's good. It's perfect. It's perfect for PR, like you said. Going into a new stadium, got something to build off, got some mentors, got the original foundation from the.
Hear me out. Why, bro?
Why not us?
It's not bad piece. This isn't wishful thinking. Like, it's literally legitimate though. The only person that would be like a huge reach would probably be AJ because it would be contention. Eagles want to eat, but I mean. You could afford him. But like I said, and that solves a lot of pieces stuff. Bringing Henry back with the backfield you have definitely gives you a tangible backfield. You bringing back AJ automatically gives you a number one, and he wants the ball, and Cam gonna give it to him.
Yep.
And I definitely can still see us attacking another wide receiver in free agency and in the draft. Solidifying Kevin on that backfield gives you a presence in the secondary that we really need. Understand what we're trying to do. And then the fact that you got Robert Saleh at the helm of all this, and I'm pretty sure whoever our OC is going to be, Probably more like it's probably gonna be the day ball of Kingsbury. Yeah, probably with the three we talked about. Yeah, Dayball, Kingsbury, or slow it, but
My
nonetheless,
only my only thing about that is I'd like to get in Borgonzi's head. How does he see this moving forward? Does he want to bring those foundation? I mean, the original OGs, you didn't even call them, honestly, back, or are we moving forward with drafting young guys and signing younger guys in free agency? That's the only thing that I see. I know they want to build the culture and build the from the ground up, but I think at least one or two of those guys are definitely gettable. I think AJ's probably reached, even though I would pay for him. I would sacrifice. The only thing is, I know Bergonzi said he doesn't want to give up the draft picks. That would be my only thing about that, just because. So I think AJ's kind of a reach at this point, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to bring back Byard or Henry.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not, and like I said, probability probably not, but this is the we're entering the realm of speculation. Everyone makes hot takes, and this is the one I chose, and yeah, so
I'm on board with it though. If we could get all three, I'm down.
Let's go. Like, do you, when really think about it. Let's say it is Dave Ball. You got Henry, and AJ, and Byard, and Ward, and Elliott, and Helm, and whoever they are, and Bain, and it's
I mean, it's a dream. We can dream, can't we?
A boy can dream. Not for real. Not for real.
I mean, that'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. But nonetheless, look, y'all welcome to join us and tell us, man, what you think. Tell us in the comments. Come tell us on the show. Tell me on my page. Tell me to my face, because I'm gonna tell you to yours, man. But we'll see how it all pans out. We got more coming to you. We asked ChatGPT if you were Mike Borgonzi, how would you rebuild the Titans? We got our top 25, but our 25 pending free agents. So we're going to go over those and try to see the importance. Who's worth keeping, who's worth letting go, who do we put in their place? There's a lot to evaluate, and there's a lot of content, and we'll keep coming to you every day. Hopefully we see you on here to give your opinion and your piece. We appreciate you being here, being a part of this audience, and helping this grow. Titan Nation, TTFU all day. Tighten up, Tennessee tough. You understand it. Titan Boy Blue, all right? That's what I am. My boy Adam. It's a good one, man.
Sir.
At it.
Got your girl in the
Yeah,
car,
man. Appreciate y'all.
club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the car, she choose.